somebody is lying in Los Angeles. My question is, who could it be? So this story kind of starts at the trade deadline. Rob Pelinka came out, the Lakers VP, and said the Lakers were on the same page, LeBron James and Anthony Davis included, on not trading Russell Westbrook for John Wall. For those who don't know, John Wall is represented by Klutch Sports. That is Rich Paul's agency. Rich Paul is obviously the agent of LeBron and Anthony Davis. Many people believe it would have made a little sense for the Lakers, not a little, a lot of sense for the Lakers to get rid of the Russell Westbrook era in LA that hadn't worked out thus far this season. Trade her for John Wall. Wall ain't played a game for the Rockets this year. You would think in theory Wall fits better with LeBron and AD. It would have been another clutch client on that Lakers roster that's had their share over the last 4 or 5 years. That trade didn't happen. Rob Pelinka said that him, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James were all on the same page. There was a report that came out right after that wasn't true. As a matter of fact, it'll get as far as this. So according to Eric Pincus of Bleacher Report, he claimed that not only is LeBron not happy with the Lakers, it's to the point where this relationship is the lowest point it's been in a disappointing season. Klutch Sports, as an agency, is not happy with Pelinka, according to Eric. The sentiment has long percolated, but it reached a boiling point when Pelinka refused to trade Westbrook in a first-round pick to the Houston Rockets for client John Wall. Well, Stephen A. Smith of ESPN's First Take came out and said that Klutch Sports being unhappy with the Lakers is not true. Stephen A. said, Rich called me yesterday and asked me to quote him about the story on him. And he essentially said that the Lakers wanted to trade Russell Westbrook in a first-round pick to the Houston Rockets for John Wall. That was absolutely positively not true whatsoever. He never said that. He never wanted that. He never wanted to do that. The people who wrote that story never contacted him to get any kind of perspective from him on that. It's an absolute lie. And he said, could you please do me a favor and quote me and tell the world that I specifically said that's a damn lie. There's no truth. It never happened. All right, fast forward to a little bit more of this story. LeBron was running rampant in All-Star Weekend back in Cleveland, which is, less than 100 miles away from his hometown of Akron, Ohio, and LeBron was teasing potentially a return to Cleveland one day to play with that up-and-coming Cavaliers team. One more run back in Cleveland. I've seen LeBron, taking little subliminal shots online at the Lakers organization. As the Rams won a championship, their owner had on a shirt that for essentially it was pretty much saying, hey, don't forget the picks, right? And LeBron was on social media and he pretty much was like, yeah, I like that owner. And essentially that's a jab at the Lakers because they're clearly not trying to trade any more picks, which as far as 2027, that the Lakers would have needed to get John Wall. The Rockets reportedly were willing to give the Lakers John Wall for Russell Westbrook, but you would have had to include that 2027 first-round pick. The Lakers said no, reportedly. Again, Pelinka claims that LeBron and AD were on the same page as him with saying no to that. Klutch Sports is saying that we're not unhappy with the Lakers. LeBron hadn't said much of anything at all, but y'all know the King is not happy with how this team has played this year and how it essentially is another wasted year for a guy he's chasing Michael Jordan. He's chasing the greats. He's chasing the Ghosted from Chicago. So a lot. I don't know who you believe, where you kind of fall on the fence. A lot of reports out there. Here's what I know. I've been a Laker fan my whole life. I'm 28 years of age. I started when I was 5. I've had up and downs with the LeBron era in LA. Has it been perfect? Nah. He will never be revered as much as Kobe, not even close. But one thing I will never get mad at LeBron for doing, and said this before and I'll say it again, and I think it's so unfair to LeBron. LeBron gets a lot of criticism around the trade deadline. He wants to make moves. Yeah, get these guys out of here. Remember the infamous one in Cleveland a couple years ago where Dan Gilbert pretty much traded 65 to 75% of the team at the deadline to give LeBron a completely new roster, and LeBron took that roster to the NBA Finals again. One thing I'll never fault LeBron for is every year he's going after a championship. I will never fault LeBron for that. And anybody that does, you don't make sense to me. I've never been mad at LeBron for that approach to the game of basketball. His approach has been, I don't want to waste a year. I don't want to waste a moment of this thing called basketball as a professional athlete because I know I can't get him back. In this era where I'm not even going to throw anybody on the bus. Y'all know where I could go with this story. I'm not even going to do that. All I'm saying is LeBron has never cheated me as a fan. And I got a lot of gripes as LeBron as a Laker. Let me be clear about that. It ain't been perfect. Laker Nation probably would attest to that as well. But I ain't never mad at that brother for every year wanting greatness and wanting to go for it. And if you ain't wanting to go for it, if you're young, immature, trying to find yourself in the league, LeBron don't want to play with you. I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. That brother wants to go for it every year that he can. And year one when he got to LA, they didn't have a chance. So LeBron shut it down. He was dealing with injuries. They get Anthony Davis in the fold, immediately they go win that bad boy in the bubble. And I think, that's commendable. I don't know where LeBron stands with this year. Does he look at it as a chance to really go for it with where this team is at? Does he know that this team is too bad defensively to make any noise? Does he know Anthony Davis' body ain't going to hold up? Does he understand how bad the Russell Westbrook in LA situation has been? I don't know. But I'm never mad at LeBron for going for it every year and being mad at the Lakers for bringing in Russell Westbrook, even if LeBron wanted him. Even if LeBron wanted Westbrook, I think that's ridiculous, and he deserves blame for that. But I ain't mad at LeBron for saying, okay, if we got a way to get out of this, my bad. Go get me somebody else. Why we got to waste a year? Like, okay, I made a mistake. I wanted Westbrook. AD wanted Westbrook. We signed off on this. Okay, go get somebody else. It didn't work. Go get me something else. John Wall for a 2027 pick? Y'all don't want to trade Bryce Maximus for this? Like, come on, man. It's 2027. You bring in LeBron James, you already know what this is. You bring in LeBron, you mortgage your future. It's worth it. You get to hang another banner. That's it. That's it. When LeBron comes around, he hangs banners to your team. And I'm never mad at the brother for saying, to hell with those picks. I don't care about 2027. I'm 37, 38. I don't care about no dang picks down the line. I want to win now. And Michael Jordan was the same way. When you want to win now, you don't care about the future. That's the organization fault or problem. When I'm going, trade some of these pieces. Malik Monk will be worth some picks down the line. If it's about picks in 2027, why are we thinking about a kid that's in middle school right now? When you got me right now on the end of my prime.